Hey you guys! I wore a real bra. I would like a round of applause. Welcome back to my channel. If you see any issues like with tripods moving and stuff, it's because I actually set up the ring light for the first time in forever. For the first time in forever. Because I'm losing daylight, because it took me the whole bloody day to convince myself to sit down and put on some makeup. Because I honestly am not a big fan of getting dressed for the day anymore. I haven't worn a real bra in forever, so you're welcome. October was the last time I wore a real bra because I had to actually like do something important at work that required decent clothes. So in last week's video I said I was going to hop on and do my makeup now and have a little chit chat with you. So the other topics in Kristy's tweet were about Shane Dawson, the Jeffree Star drama, where's Tarte, and anything else that was really on my mind. So first things first, we're gonna prime my face before we do anything with this video. This is a sample of the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. Haven't tried this before. Got a little sample pod. We're just gonna put it all over my skin because you best be betting this girl has some texture. It's been a long time since I put on makeup, so forgive me. The last time I filmed was the last time I put on makeup, so, and that was over a month ago. Your girl's pre-filming. So I do want to talk about the Shane Dawson, Tarte, Jeffree kind of drama. We haven't really heard from Shane Dawson since everything went down with the Tarte, Jeffree, James scandal. So there's two things I want to quickly just preface this with. These are my own opinions, and I think that we need to remember that these people are human beings, and I think there's a guilty party in every single one of them, which is why things have been a little bit strained on the internet. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I am doing a bit of a light makeup day, so I'm not gonna do a lot. I'm gonna grab my stippling brush and just pop this all over my face. We've got to cover up the maskne. I do think everybody is kind of a little bit guilty. I will say that they're all human beings and they do deserve to deal with their crap in private. And unfortunately, because they lead such public lives, they don't necessarily always get that choice. And it's tough to have an opinion on something that I've never really lived. I don't know what that is like. I'm sure every one of them wanted to air their dirty laundry just amongst each other, and for whatever reason they couldn't. And that's okay. It ended up being busted on the internet, and it's tough. I think, especially with Shane, he hasn't posted at all, and I think if that's what's best for his mental health, then that's what's best for his mental health. I also think Tarte has been silenced by her lawyers. And the only real thing I want to say about Tarte is she has spent her entire YouTube career dramaless, and now magically there's drama. And that makes me sad. And I love Tarte. Out of all of them, Tate's my favorite because I watched her for the makeup. So it makes me sad that she's not around. I used to love her Monday, Wednesday, Friday content. She always had great beauty recommendations, and she's part of the reason I love makeup. So not having something like that is tough for me. I really loved her. She was one of my favorite OG YouTubers. So there's that little fact. I want to remember that. I think Shane deserves whatever time he needs. I think when Tarte shared her story, Shane was too quick to react on Instagram, and I think that got him in more trouble. So that was one thing that I wish he didn't do. But I mean, everybody has the right to make mistakes. Everybody has the right to apologize for those mistakes. Everybody has the right to take whatever time they need to kind of detox and kind of fix whatever's going on. Like if Shane is having mental health issues right now, I would much prefer he stay off the internet and take care of himself. So there's that. Out of all of them, I'm still subscribed to Tarte, to Shane, and am I still subscribed to James Charles? I think I am. I'm pretty sure I am because I think I saw him in my subscription feed this morning. Let's check. I'm not subscribed to Jeffree anymore. Yeah, so I am subscribed to James, Tati, and Shane, not subscribed to Jeffree. And I think there's a double-edged sword for that. I think Jeffree has really good makeup. He has some pretty good skill with his makeup. But he's one of those YouTubers that became too big for his own good. I do check out his channel from time to time. I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, by the way. I do check out his channel from time to time, not gonna lie. But most of the time I go in, I see what's there, I see what he's been posting, and no interest. None whatsoever. Oh my god, my skin is nasty. Gotta love maskne. I don't like what I see on Jeffree's channel, so I have zero desire to watch it. And I'm also a big believer, instead of hating on people, if you don't like what you see on the internet, you have the power, you have the ability to just not watch it. So I exercise my right to just not watch his content. It's that simple. When he posted about getting us new puppies, I did watch that video because he did suffer a couple of losses of his dogs, and I don't wish that upon anybody. And I think he's a really good dog dad. But that's about all I've watched of Jeffree's in the last year. It's just not worth, I don't know, consuming yourself with hatred and negativity, and it is what it is. If Tati uploaded tomorrow, I would watch it. If Tati addressed more drama in a video, I would watch it. Just setting my face with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. And yeah, I don't know. It's just sad. One thing that really scares me, and I pray every day that it's not true, is that Tati felt like her life was in danger because of Jeffree. And if that's true, I want to say no one, no matter who you are, how big your beauty brands are, anything, no one deserves to have to live their life for fear of losing it because of makeup and controversy around makeup. It's just wrong. It's just makeup, you know? And I think that makes me really sad that she felt threatened, she felt unsafe. Is my butter bronzer not creamy anymore? Is that what's happening? I don't know what's happening here in front of me. We shall see. Let's just try it and see what happens. So no one should ever feel unsafe. I think that's scary. The fact that YouTube has become such a toxic place for content creators is really scary to me. I thought, or for me anyway, YouTube has always been a place where we just go find what we love in the hobbies that we like to watch and just enjoy it. And I feel like that's been taken away from a lot of people. Like, I miss old school YouTube. I miss the beauty collabs. I miss the lifestyle girls being lifestyle girls. Like, I miss Alicia Marie's old content, and I know they've all aged up a little bit, and that's fine, but I miss the content where they were just doing random DIYs or random hacks videos and not caring, and were just genuinely happy. Like, I miss that. And I mean, obviously they wouldn't be happy. Like, Alicia Marie would not be happy doing School Alicia content anymore. But I also feel like YouTube has become such a high production space now that it's more like watching a TV show versus just watching YouTube. And I think it's really sad. Like, I miss the realness of creators. So I guess back to the Shane, Tati, Jeffree, James thing. I think James Charles became too famous too quick. He's too young and he doesn't know how to handle it, and he's only surrounded by people who want to use and abuse him. That's my opinion on him. So I feel bad for the guy because he's, you know, it's like anything. Fame goes to your head, but if that's all you're being fed, you don't know any different. So I'm not saying that's an excuse for not being a good person or when he does screw up or whatever, but it's really hard to pass judgment on someone when A, you don't know what their life is like, and B, more than likely they're only surrounded by people who want him to make money so they can all benefit from it. And that sounds like a pretty damn crappy life if you ask me. I think Shane did the right thing by taking a break. If Shane uploads again, will I watch? It depends. I'm using the Tarte blush. There's no mirror in this. Why did I do that? Let's use the viewfinder. I will watch Shane Dawson if he uploads again, depending on what he posts. Like, I think his docu-series are some of the best things that YouTube has seen in a long time. I think he needs to distance himself from Jeffree. I think he needs to kind of do his own thing for a little while. Like his conspiracy theory docu-series, those were wicked. I loved those. They were very cool. Or the Jake Paul docuseries, really good. Graveyard Girl, really good. The first Jeffree Star docuseries was amazing. And the second one was definitely done for money. I think. Because like, obviously they were working with the makeup launch and doing all that stuff. But I just think they're all very powerful people. And some of them know how to handle that power better than others. And I think as long as you're willing to admit that you did wrong, and I just want to say, every time Shane Dawson's ever misstepped in his career, he has apologized. And I think we all need to remember that he's only human. And I'm still a fan of Shane Dawson. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. I will also be a fan of Tati Westbrook forever. People make mistakes, and that's okay. And as long as we, I said this last week, as long as we all practice kindness and compassion, the world will be a better place. I'm just taking the shade Daisy in the Pretty Basic palette and laying that down as an all-over shade from lash line to brow bone. As long as we are kind in this world, I think it'll be okay. And I don't know. It's tough because, I mean, YouTube it can be such a toxic place, but so can social media. I mean, it's terrifying to see these young girls on TikTok just being overly sexualized. And I'm thinking, oh my God, if I was sexualized like that when I was 12, what the hell would I like be like today? Like, it's crazy to me. I don't know. The whole world is just, again, the world is a scary place. I love being a camp by myself. I'm gonna grab the shade Perf. I forgot how dusty these shades were. Whatever. It's still a nice palette. And pop that in my crease. But I don't know. I just think the world is a scary place, and we need to practice kindness and love and compassion. And there's a lot more hate in the world right now than anything else, and it's scary. Like, I'm so grateful that I don't have children, because I don't know if I'd want my children to grow up in this world. Like, if I had children, I have no desire to have children, but if I had them, pretty sure I wouldn't want them growing up in this world. So it's just crazy to me. The times that we live in are scary, and I think there's also, I don't know, like I look at Jeffree Star, for example, and from what I see online, he's still traveling. And I understand he has to get back to business and whatever, but like, we're in a global pandemic, and I don't think safety is in the forefront of his mind. And I see like the James Charleses of the world, and they still have their people that come in and do their makeup and stuff. And I'm like, guys, like, it's a global pandemic. Do you really need your 7-person team just to come over to put makeup on your face so you can vlog? Like, probably not. I mean, say what you want about Alicia Marie and Remy Cruz and Lauren Riamaki and everyone else. They have been COVID safe. When they do shoots, they record themselves getting COVID tested. Like, they're being safe. And when the pandemic first hit, they all went back to basics. Like, Lauren was shooting DIYs on her own without her videographer, and you could tell she was by herself and she didn't have a professional filming crew, but it made it good, wholesome content. Alicia went back to basics, and then TK moved in, so she had her videographer live with her. So that was also different. Her videographer lived with her, so that was beyond COVID safe. They didn't incur a risk, you know? And I just think you have to pivot, and it's crazy, you know? And they did it, and then the bigger people like Jeffree and James, they still have their filming crews come in, and their makeup artists and their hair people. And I'm like, guys, just because you can doesn't mean you should. You're public figures with anywhere between 12 and 15 million subscribers. So you should really be encouraging your subscribers to stay safe in this pandemic. And they're not, you know? Just taking the shade Pretty and popping that in the corner of my, in my inner corner. It's the highlighter. So I don't know, I feel like these people have an obligation to be safe, and they're choosing not to be, which is really sad. And then another big YouTube thing I want to talk about that makes me really, really happy is Zoe Sugg and Alfie Days are having a baby. I can't believe I haven't mentioned this. I'm gonna take Boy Drama, which is the silvery shade in palette, and just pop it on the rest of my lid. they're having a baby. It's so exciting. We've waited. If you've been a big old fan of Zoe Sugg and Alfie Davis for a long time, you know that the fans have waited forever for this to happen. And they announced it in the beginning of March, I think. So I'm really happy for them. I watched Zoe. She's an OG. And she honestly doesn't have a lot of drama, which is nice. And she's just your basic YouTuber, guys. Like, her Vlogmas is 30-minute vlogs of her rambling about her day, and it's the way YouTube is supposed to be. So that makes me happy. And I love her. So I'm very happy for her and Alfie, and they're having a little girl, and they announced that on Instagram, and that was really cool. So yeah, I have to do my brows. Oh, guys, I'm tired. Does anyone else do this? They get all excited to get ready for the day. Now it's like getting dark out, and it's like, I don't know, what time is it? Well, it's 4 o'clock. It'll be dark in a couple of hours. I'm not going anywhere today. That's one thing that this pandemic has done to me that I hate, is I don't have any desire to get up and do my hair and makeup ever. And that's okay. I'm not going anywhere, so why should I, you know? Unless I'm filming. This is the Tarte Lip Oil that came with the Pretty Basic palette, which I do like. My lips are have been really chapped and dry lately, so that's been helpful. I realize my thoughts on Shane, James, Jeffrey, and Tati are a bit out there, but I really do think the world needs to show them kindness. They are human. Forgiveness needs to be given because everybody makes mistakes. It doesn't matter who did what worse or who did what better at this point. I think they're human beings that deserve compassion, and I hope they're all okay. And I miss some more than others. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's just really sad that the beauty community lost someone as influential and phenomenal as Tati. I mean, anyone who does makeup would go back and say one of the first people I ever watched was Glam Life Guru, you know? So to see someone like her not be on the platform anymore, it's just really sad. And no one should ever feel fear or hate in that capacity where they feel like they can't come back. And that applies to Shane as well, because, you know, maybe Shane didn't belong in the beauty community, but he did do a lot of good for a lot of people in other ways with his content. I mean, Shauna and I used to spend hours talking about Shane. And I remember do you guys remember when I was Molly sitting like 2 months before the world ended? And we had a Shane Dawson watch party at Molly's house. And Shauna came over and we had pizza and chicken. Did we have chicken? Did we have fries? I don't remember. But we had a whole lot of not so good for you food, and we spent the night literally waiting for Shane to bloody upload, and we watched the whole thing. And we were like, we had emotion, and it was like watching a movie. So I think Shane creates content that evokes emotion, and YouTube needs content creators that do that now, because everyone's only ever on there for like the trends. Like, it's crazy. So I don't know. I just think YouTube could be better. And I miss old YouTube a lot. This is the benefit. Precisely? Nope, it's not precisely my brow. It's Goof Proof Brow Pencil. And yeah, which is I'm almost out of, by the way. Oh no, did I just run out? No! Tell me how your day's going, friends. Oh, here we go. We got a little bit left. Let's get this out and get this finished so we can go about our evening. Hey guys, the camera cut out there as I was putting the Gimme Brow on my brows. But other than that, I think I'm done. I just set my face with the all-nighter setting spray by Urban Decay. Thank you, Kristy, for responding to my tweet and giving me some talking points for 2 videos this month. So I greatly appreciate your input. If you guys want to leave a comment down below, 2 things. Is there anything you want to see from me going forward? So tell me down below in the comments. And second thing, where do you stand on the Tati, James Charles, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star thing? Like, I don't know. Try to be kind. Like, try to come at it from a perspective where we will never truly know what happened. I mean, I think people are so quick to pass judgment in this world, and I'm trying hard not to be that person. So I don't know. I just feel bad for them all in some ways, and don't spread hate. We're trying to live in a world that has kindness in it, because this world needs so much more of it. So with all of that being said, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you next week. I love you guys. Bye.